Mrs. Brown is the church matron, and she has become very famous for the baked beans she makes for every picnic or church potluck. The annual Mother's Day potluck dinner was tomorrow, and as usual Mrs. Brown set about preparing her baked beans for the meal. She had set everything to going on the stove, and was called away to the door. Mrs. Brown's son Billy came running into a freshly waxed kitchen, with his BB gun in one hand and a fist full of BBs in the other. He slipped on the freshly waxed floor, and wouldn't you know it, the BBs flew right into the pot of baking beans. Mrs. Brown walked into the kitchen and scolded little Billy for running indoors. But not wanting to get into any further trouble, he said nothing about the BBs going into the pot of simmering beans. The next day came, and the potluck was an enormous success. As usual, Mrs. Brown's beans were the favorites and were quickly eaten all up. Not a single bean left in the pot. The next morning Mrs. Brown receives a phone call from the church secretary. "Mrs. Brown," she says, I loved your beans as always, but did you perhaps add anything, or change your recipe?" Mrs. Brown replied, "Why no, it was the same recipe as I always prepare, why?" The secretary says, "Well, I bent over to feed my cat this morning, and I shot the canary."